Okay, one more time. Just one more time. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. Nope, that's not it. What? I'm singing the wrong song. How does that happen? Okay. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas in 12 different ways. All right, guess what today is, you guys? It's day number 12. Okay, so this has been a lot of fun, but kind of glad it's over. But wait, let me tell you about today right now. We have made it to day number 12 of the 12 days of Christmas. Thank you again to Brenda from Rustic and Lace and Krista from Krista's Crafty Life. This has been a heck of a lot of fun. And today the final theme is bells. So I added a jingle onto my bells and did jingle bells. I hope you like these two small fun crafts I made. All right, so here's the thing. It said bells. Now you guys know I'm doing trash to treasure. And so I don't have craft supplies here. When I went to the 22 peso store, they had no bells, but what they did have was an ornament that had jingle bells on it, and so I grabbed it. And I was like, I'm just gonna use that. So the theme was bells, which I'm assuming most people are gonna do like bells, you know, like silver bells, but I did jingle bells. Okay, and I'm sorry, I'm not in my Christmas garb. I had to go get blood work today, so, because I have been very much under the weather. And it turns out I probably have something called dengue fever. Doesn't that sound awful? Dengue, I think that's how you say it. Dengue fever. Anyway, from a mosquito bite in a tropical area, not malaria. And so I've been really wiped out. So you only get two very small crafts today, but literally it's an ornament and a tier tray item. So I think that's okay. And I used jingle bells, and trash. Some trash. There's like a piece of trash on each one of these. I guess that's trash, yeah. All right, so let's just dive into the two that I made for you today. By the way, behind me here is many of the things that I've made in the 12 days Christmas. At the end of the video, I'll actually do a video of my staircase so you can see everything that I made for the 12 days Christmas. It was so much fun, and I would like you all to tell me which one is your favorite. We'll get back to that. Okay, let's start with the first one, which is my cute little tier tray Christmas tree. Mom, it's so simple, but so cute. So this was actually the ornament that I got at my 22 peso store. For those of you who don't know, the 22 peso store in Mexico is basically a dollar store. It's actually an affiliate of Walmart, and everything there is 22 pesos, which depending upon the exchange rate, depends upon how much it is. So it's 22 pesos in Mexican money. In American dollars right now, that's probably $1.20 basically, right? Anyway, so I grabbed that. It had some, you'll see in the beginning when I show you how I made this. And then I found this, I love picking up my trash, and this is just like this sweet little piece of trash wood, but it gives it just this little whimsical, rustic, I don't know, perfect for a tier tray, right? All right, I'm gonna show you how I made it, but let me just show you the other one. I'm gonna show you how I made all of them all at the same time because it was just easier that way. All right, and then this one, which is the story behind this. I went into when I went to the doctor the other day, I had to wait to see the specialist. Oh my gosh, I should share with you guys my Mexico doctor story because it's actually really amazing. But anyway, and there's a store right next door to it where they have like, it's like lost boxed items or something, you know, like the things that didn't get, or, you know, they bought a damaged shipment of something or something like that. It's like one of those stores. So they're new, but some of them are damaged, or anyway. But they were putting Christmas stuff out, and they had these little white beanie snow hats, and I was like, I think it was $0.25. So I bought one because I was like, I'm gonna make a little gnome ornament out of one. And so there's my jingle bell, okay? Anyway, you can't really see his nose right here, but he's got a nose. So that's my piece of trash here. Let me tell you what this is. So when we buy alcohol, Captain Morgan vodka, whatever you have, and there's just pour spout in it. So I'm saving all the bottles to decorate here for this alcove above the cabinets in the kitchen. So I'm saving all my bottles, but I have to pry out the pour spout thing in an alcoholic bottle, right? So I'm prying those out. Usually you have to break the top part, but inside the regulator portion of it basically is a clear little crystal ball. So I've been saving those. I mean, only one, because we've only emptied like one bottle of alcohol since we got here. Seriously, I think it's only one, maybe 10. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm saving those. And I was like, no, it's like the perfect little nose size. Okay, which I talk about painting this in my video. All right, what I didn't put on there, somehow I didn't film, was I cut out a little Christmas tree from the only thing of ribbon that I have, and I put it on the hat. So for some reason this gnome looks like a girl to me, but maybe not, I don't know. I think it's a super cute little ornament thing. Okay, let me show you how I made them quick and I'll be back. These are so easy. This was the little ornament thing that I picked up at the 22 peso store, and I'm just taking the jingle bells off of it because I'm going to make this a little tier tray piece, and that's just a piece of rugged wood that I found out on my walks collecting trash, and this was wrapped in jute twine, and so I basically just burned it to get all the fuzzies off of the jute twine just to clean it up a little bit. But in general, I'm just going to leave it the way it is because it's totally fine and cute. But we're going to take one of the jingle bells and we're going to hang it in the center of our little tree here. So there's my bell. See, using a bell in this craft. And I just take the jute twine that was already tied on and I'm just going to knot it over the top right there. I have to get it going the right direction though. And then I'm going to give it just a slight little finger bow, jute twine finger bow on the top. I mean, this is so simple. And then we're going to burn all that off. Get our little finger bow going. Take that right there. And then we're going to glue that right on the top of our little tree. Boom. Then we're going to burn that to get all of the wispies off of this, but then I light the one on fire. Don't do this at home. I like literally light the tail on fire. I'm like, oops. Oh no, it's going. Yeah, so anyway, so I unknot it, reknot it, and then cut that off. There was, I guess, a tiny bit of hot glue on there was what happened. So anyway, but you know, I'm in my kitchen, you guys, right near the sink, so I'm not taking any chances. And I always have a bottle of water right next to me. So now I'm going to glue it down to my little piece of wood here. This is so simple, but it's really effective, and it's just a cute little tier tray piece. And it was just taking a couple elements and putting them together. Of course, the trash part of this is my little piece of wood, which I'm loving all the things that I find that I'm using, you know, like as stands or just wood elements in some of the crafts. So there's that one. Now, I bought this little hat at a little store because I don't have anything like this at home, and I wanted to make a little gnome ornament using a jingle bell. So I cut the pom-pom off the top of this little miniature hat, and then I flipped it inside out, and I'm taking the threaded loop there on the top out because I want it to be open at the top so I can add my jingle bell there. And I just thought this would be cute. I think I paid $1 for this little hat at some little shop. They were starting to put Christmas stuff out, and I found this. I'm like, I want that little hat. I'm just cutting the extra glue off there, and then I have some cordage stuff. It's actually like macrame cord that I'm going to do a craft with soon here in the future. And I cut a little piece off to use in this craft so that I could give it a hanger and give it its beard, my little gnome beard on here. So I just separate a couple of strings. I'm going to tie a loop on this bell with a knot so that I can pull it through the top of the hat and to attach the bell to the top of the hat. So I'm just putting a knot in here, and that's just so that it won't slip out of the top of the hat once I tie it inside of the hat with the loops around the hat. Oh my gosh, I know that made no sense. Just watch. I'm putting a knot on the top of this jingle bell string that I've just looped through there. Now I'm going to stick it inside the hat, and the knot's going to be inside. And then I'm going to loop around, like gathering the top of the hat, and that's going to hold the bell in because I've looped it above the knot so it can't slip out. I hope that all makes sense. Right here I pull it through. See, like making sure I've got the knot on that side. There you go. See? And now my knot's at the top of my little hat there. I'm just going to wind that around. I'm going to tie it off, and then I'm going to put little knots in my tail. Now that's just because I love to do that. If you guys watch my channel, you know I do that. It just adds this little element, which I think is sweet. sort of rustic, and I don't need to glue off the ends. I just tie off my ends and knot them like they're little tails every time I tie something off. Kind of like if you tie together a bag, right? And you do a knot and there's little tails. Okay, now I had that pom-pom, and at first I thought that would be the nose, and then I thought it just looked too big, and I don't know, I just didn't like it. So I threw that nose idea out the window. I blew it out of there, and then had to go find something else to make my nose with. I'm just tightening my little knot inside there for my bell. Okay, so I'm gonna take my cordage here, and I've separated it to thin it out because it's super thick to start with. And now I've put a piece of tape down. I've gotten it so that I've got sticky sides sitting up. This is a good little trick, you guys. And I'm just making my little gnome hair right there. See that? I'm just looping it. I'm not cutting the bottom because we're going to trim the bottom of this anyway, so I don't need to. And look, now I get myself a nice little line of gnome hair that I can glue into my hat. Easy peasy. See how easy this is going to be? And I'm not trying to like lay it down and stick my fingers into the hot glue and put this inside the hat. So just a little trick here. You know, easy ways to do things. I like those. So now I'm just going to run hot glue across the top of that, and then I'm going to put the brim of the hat right over it. Boom. There's our back layer of hair for our little gnome. See how easy that was? And I'm going to pick it up off of the counter, and we're just going to peel that tape away, and we've got our first layer of gnome hair in our hat. Just thought that was, there we go. Let's just pull that tape off. Boom. Okay, now I have these little like clear, the nose still isn't going to work. It's just too big. So I'm like, give it up, Amy. Yeah, I just didn't like it. And maybe it wasn't too big because I think the nose that I ended up with might have been too small, but that's okay. It's still cute. So I'm going to go ahead and add that string just up one more time and down. Okay, now I have these little clear, like, they're like a clear little acrylic ball, and they actually come out of the pour spouts on my Captain Morgan bottle, FYI, but I'm saving everything, right? So I get the spouts out of the bottle so that I can craft with the bottles, and then these little bottles are in there. They're like the thing that measures it when you pour it out. So I save them. So I glued one in there, and then I'm going to paint it with some fleshy colors. So this color just ended up being a little too yellow, but a perfect base for adding my next sort of beige color on there. And then it gives it a really good skin tone. By the way, most skin tones have yellow in them, so starting with a yellow base is a really great way to get a good skin tone. Also pink. They're either yellow or rose are usually in skin tones. So I put that yellow down. Now I'm going to add this color, which is not really skin tone, but on top of the yellow, yes it is. Alright, so once my little nose is painted, I'm going to add some more hair. So I have to add hair on either side of the nose. Think about that for a minute. And this time I didn't use the paint because I'm only going to go up and down a couple of times, and by putting my hot glue here, I'm going to adhere it to the front of the hair as well. I think that makes sense. Like, I'm just going to plop it down and glue it to both sides. Okay, so I'm going to put hair on both sides of this. And then once that all dries and I've got it sort of flattened out, I think I have enough hair. I did sort of untwist the hair a little bit, but I had to cut it because remember I have loops down there, right? So we're going to cut it so that we have strings hanging down both sides. And then I do get like a little comb, and I untwist these and comb it all out so it's a little fuller. And then I just trim it until I get it to where I like it. They're kind of fun to trim up. And then what I don't show on camera though is I did cut a Christmas tree out of my ribbon and add it to the hat. And I do think that this came out super cute. Just a sweet little easy ornament or tier tray piece or anything like that. Hope you like it. of times with crafting, you guys, and I do try and give you some hints and whatnot, but crafting is just the ability to even see the simplicity of something and not taking it too far, right? This is a great, for instance, I could have added stuff to the bottom of this, but I actually think that would have taken it away from it, because what our focal point is actually is the bell. It's the only thing with color on there, and it's surrounded by a Christmas shape of the tree, but the rest of it is so neutral that it just gives, it's like this sweet little frame for a jingle bell. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings, right? Movie, you guys all know, I know you know. Okay, so that's like, I think this is just absolutely perfect, and I like that it's so simple. Okay, and then it's okay just, you know, to make things that aren't this lavish over the top. Even the little, even this guy right here, just adding that, I didn't add like a bunch of, you know, braided stuff on the brim of his hat and blah, 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 blah. No, I just kept it really simple. His, hers, it, they, I don't know. Anyway, all right. So now I'm gonna insert a video here of the 12 Days of Christmas, and I'm gonna remind you all, you need to go down and watch the playlist. There was so much to watch. I doubt anybody got actually through all of the playlists. Now, I am almost all the way through all the playlists, but I've been laying on the couch not feeling well watching these videos. I don't imagine everybody has that much time. But I encourage you to go through and pop in and check out some of the different videos. Maybe not everybody on every day, but you know, sporadically pick a few here and there. It's so much fun, and there's so much talent out there. And I just had a blast. This is really pushing the limits of taking trash and making it a treasure. So what I want to know down below, I'm going to insert a picture of all 12 days as soon as I'm off here and show you my stairwell. And then please tell me which one of these was your favorite. I'm going to put them in right here. So it was fun. Tell me which one was your favorite. All right, everybody, have a great day. I'm gonna go back and lay down on the couch now. Have a great day, a great week, and a great life, and get over my dengue fever. So they took blood today, so I'll find out. I don't know. Whatever, they're gonna call me and let me know what fever I have. Okay. Fever. Okay. Okay. I forgot what I was saying now. Everybody have a great day, great week, great life, and as always, from your singing crafty crafter, I don't have a silver. The only thing I think of is silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Actually, really like that song. Hear them ring, hear them ring. No, hear them ring. I don't remember the words. Soon it will be Christmas Day. City sidewalks busy. No, city street lights, busy sidewalks. No, something. Dressed in holiday style. You got enough of it. You know what I'm talking about. All right, everybody. Thanks again to Brenda and Krista for hosting this wonderful challenge. You guys, from your singing crafty crafter, happy bargain. It's now like a glitch in my brain. Happy bargain hunting. Oh, and Merry Christmas. We'll see you next time here on Belle's Bargains. Doodles.